All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash, Aratazah, Padi Yahath, Wadi Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I was actually watching a movie on Netflix and stumbled across something. I actually tried to record it, but the copyrights, etc., and the games and the malfunctioning and whatever else, and Lord knows that comes upon when you're trying to do something. So it didn't really work out. And it was probably going to be copyrights anyway, because, regardless between YouTube, they like to flag the shit out of motherfuckers. Excuse my French, but they like to flag people for videos or whatever. But I was coming across where I was watching a superhero movie with Marvel or whatever and whatnot. I'm a big comic fanatic. Marvel is my favorite, comic studios, But anyways, that's neither here nor there. I was basically watching the movie, and Ghost Rider and Salakia got kind of stuck and caught my words. I was watching Ghost Rider, and he actually got thrown in jail, and there was a bunch of Edomites or whatever and whatnot that basically, just started whooping his ass, for no reason, just because he was formerly known as Johnny Blaze, which he do daredevil stunts where he jump stuff and whatever and whatnot, and he has fame and fortune. So people in jail, you know how people like to beat you down. They don't ever want to see nobody doing nothing, even if it's their own people, man. It don't even matter, man. Regardless of what race you are, man. Don't nobody want to see nobody doing good, man. But they was in there scoffing at him, and then they started jumping him, and then he transformed into the Ghost Rider. Now, as he whooped all of their ass, the insider that was in there was a little Jake in there. He probably looked like, a little mixed Judite or whatever and whatnot. And the Judite was like, Jake was like, leave him alone or whatever. He was a little kid too. And then like one of the Edomites that was a part of the angry mob backhanded him or whatever. Then he went down. But after that, he transformed, whooped all of their ass or whatever and whatnot. And then so on and so forth. Moral of the story is that the Jake, he turned around and looked at him, and basically he sensed that he was innocent. He said, he pointed at him. He was like, you're innocent or whatever. Now, keep in mind, with that being said, Ghost Rider is a person, he's like the devil's bounty hunter or whatever and whatnot. So he can tell who's wicked, and he can tell who's righteous. That's the point of this video. I don't want to make it too long, but he could tell who's wicked and he could tell who's righteous or whatever, because in the movie he struck somebody down or whatever. He saw that dude's whole life that he struck down or whatever and whatnot, and all the wickedness that he's done. So he whooped everybody's behind in the jail and left the Jake alone. You understand what I'm saying? And that was an insider or whatever and whatnot, as a part of who the real Jews of the Bible are, because even though he was a kid, and it could be contradiction, it could be on the contrary or whatever and whatnot, where it say, well, there's Judite kids out there that do wickedness. Yeah, but that's not the point that I'm trying to make. The point is, all of the Edomites got beat the hell out of, and then the one Jake was left alone. And the reason why that's a valid point is because for him being a bounty hunter, if you translate it to the book of Revelation, where it talks about where the Lord lets his demons and angels and beasts and minions and everything out to play, and when everything falls in the hand, the righteous will be set aside, man. It just goes to show you, it pointed out who the real Jews were. That's why I got Revelations 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept my word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon the world, all the world, Slakia, to try them that dwell upon the earth. Yeah, so the hour of temptation is basically coming. And you know, and the moral of the story is the movie is he's fighting a bunch of demons, and they're waiting until the last days or whatever when Yahweh Shai comes back to you know, rid this place of all its wickedness. This is Revelations 3:11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Yeah. So just like no one's going to take their crown from a Mashiach Yahweh Shai, our big brother, you're not going to take the crown and the birthright and the leadership from the real Jews, you know? And it's just like a deep subliminal insider, because they put this stuff in the movie and movies and stuff, and you would never know or see it because like no one pays attention to stuff like this. Like I only got a few precepts, but like that was the point that I was trying to make. You know, it's not about, yeah, we know it's 2/3 of Israel out there that are wicked. That's why we call them the 2/3, because we know that 2/3 of Israel are going to be judged for their wicked, and they're not innocent. They're plagued or whatever and whatnot. But for the righteous, for the elect, for the 144,000, that was a great caption and idea in that movie. Like, I don't know, I'm pretty sure, and this is an old movie too, man, so I know brothers have seen this already, but I don't know if people brought this out, man, you know, because like a little stuff like this is hard to catch. It was only like 2 minutes in the movie, but it was put in there, man, nice and clean and cut, man. Like you really couldn't look past that. Like soon as I seen that part, I instantly thought of the scriptures. But yeah, man, I hope that this video was edifying or whatever and whatnot. And if you haven't seen the movie, you know, check it out. It's a good 2-minute part in there, man. And I just want to say shalom.